Do you know the secret to speaking English confidently about your everyday life?
Yes, it starts with learning simple words you use every single day, like describing your home. When you can talk about the things around you, speaking English becomes natural and easy.
Today, we'll help you learn English vocabulary about your home. You'll learn how to describe rooms, furniture, and the place where you live. By the end, you'll feel confident talking about your house or apartment in English. Let's start.
Hello, and welcome to Daily Speaking English Podcast, where we make learning English simple and enjoyable. I'm Ben, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hi, Ben. Hi, everyone. I'm Lena, and it's wonderful to have you joining us. Ben, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic, Lena. The weather is beautiful, and I'm excited about our topic. How about you?
I'm doing great. I have my coffee ready, and I can't wait to talk about homes with you and our listeners.
Perfect. I think everyone will love this topic because we all have a home to describe.
Absolutely. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready. Let's dive in.
You know, Ben, I was thinking about something yesterday. Many English learners can talk about grammar and read books, but when someone asks them a simple question like, "What does your home look like?" they feel nervous.
Oh, that's so true, Lena. I remember when I was learning English, I could talk about difficult topics, but describing my own bedroom was hard.
Exactly. Have you ever felt stuck when trying to describe the things you see every day? Your sofa, your kitchen, or even your favorite chair?
Yes, it's frustrating because these are words we need all the time. We live in our homes. We see these things every single day.
That's the problem many learners face. They study English for months, but they can't answer basic questions about their daily life. It makes them feel uncomfortable.
And then they start to doubt themselves. They think, maybe my English isn't good enough. But really, they just need to learn the right vocabulary.
You're absolutely right, Ben. So today, we're going to fix that problem together. We'll teach you all the words you need to describe your home with confidence.
Yes, and trust me, everyone, once you know these words, talking about your home will feel so natural and easy.
So, Ben, let me ask you a simple question to start. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment, Lena. It's in the city center.
An apartment. Is it a big apartment or a small one?
It's medium-sized. Not too big, not too small. It's just right for me.
That sounds nice. What floor is your apartment on?
It's on the 5th floor, so I have a good view of the city.
The 5th floor? Do you take the stairs every day or do you have an elevator?
Thank goodness we have an elevator. I don't want to climb 5 floors every single day. That would be very tiring.
I completely understand. Climbing stairs can be exhausting, especially when you're carrying groceries.
Exactly. What about you, Lena? Do you live in an apartment too?
No, I live in a small house. It's not in the city center. It's in a quieter area.
Oh, a house. That's wonderful. Does your house have a garden?
Yes, it does. I love my garden. It has beautiful flowers and a small tree. I sit there when the weather is nice.
That sounds so peaceful. I don't have a garden in my apartment. I have a small balcony instead.
A balcony is nice too. Do you use it often?
Yes, I stand on my balcony in the morning with my coffee. I look at the city and watch people walking on the street below.
That's a lovely way to start your day. Is your street noisy or quiet?
It's quite noisy because I live near a busy road. There are cars and buses all day long.
Ah, city life. My street is very quiet. I only hear birds in the morning.
That must be so relaxing. But I imagine cleaning a house takes more time than cleaning an apartment.
You're right. A house has more rooms, so there's more work to do. But I love having the extra space.
That makes sense. Now, let's talk about the different rooms in our homes. Our listeners need to know these words.
Great idea. Ben, when you open your apartment door, which room do you enter first?
When I open the door, I step directly into my living room.
The living room is such an important space, right? It's where we spend a lot of time.
Absolutely. The living room is my favorite place to relax after work.
Can you describe your living room for our listeners? What furniture do you have there?
Sure, I have a comfortable gray sofa. It's big and soft, perfect for sitting and watching TV.
A gray sofa sounds stylish. What else is in your living room?
I have a television on the wall, and in front of the sofa, there's a small coffee table.
A coffee table. That's the low table where you put your drinks and books, right?
Yes, exactly. I put my tea there when I'm watching movies. It's very useful.
I have a coffee table too. Mine is wooden, and I keep magazines on it.
Nice. Do you have a sofa in your living room?
Yes, I do. My sofa is blue, and I also have a big, comfortable armchair next to the window.
An armchair. That's a chair for one person, correct?
That's right. It's big and cozy. I love sitting there with a book on sunny afternoons.
That sounds perfect for reading. The natural light from the window must be wonderful.
It really is. The sunlight comes through the window, and I feel so peaceful sitting there.
Do you have any decorations in your living room, like pictures or plants?
Yes, I have several plants. I love having green plants around me. They make the room feel fresh and alive.
Plants are beautiful. I have 2 small plants, but I'm not very good at taking care of them. Sometimes I forget to water them.
Oh no, Ben. You need to water your plants regularly or they will die.
I know. I'm trying to remember. Do you have any other decorations?
I have some family photos on the wall and a soft rug on the floor. The rug is under the coffee table.
A rug. That's like a small carpet, right?
Exactly. It's soft and warm under my feet. I love it.
That sounds very cozy. Cozy is such a good word. It means comfortable and warm.
Yes, my living room is definitely cozy. Now let's move to another important room, the kitchen.
Ah, the kitchen. This is where the food lives, so it's one of my favorite rooms.
Mine too. I love cooking. Ben, is your kitchen big or small?
My kitchen is quite small, but it's modern and clean. Everything I need is there.
Modern kitchens are wonderful. What appliances do you have in your kitchen?
Well, I have a refrigerator where I keep my milk, eggs, cheese, and vegetables fresh.
A refrigerator is essential. We also call it a fridge for short.
Yes, a fridge. I also have a stove for cooking and an oven for baking.
Do you enjoy cooking, Ben?
I do. I make simple things like pasta and rice. Sometimes I try to bake bread, but it doesn't always work well.
Baking bread is difficult. I respect you for trying. Do you have a dining table in your kitchen?
No, my kitchen is too small. I usually eat in the living room on the sofa.
I see. In my house, the kitchen is larger. I have a round table in the middle with 4 chairs around it.
A round table. That's perfect for family meals. Do you eat breakfast there?
Yes, we sit at the kitchen table for breakfast and dinner. It's a nice place to talk and enjoy food together.
That's lovely. Is your kitchen usually tidy or messy?
That's a good question. Usually it's tidy and organized, but after I cook a big meal, it becomes messy with plates and pots everywhere.
I understand completely. Washing dishes is my least favorite activity.
Mine too. It's so boring. Do you have a dishwasher to help you?
No, I don't have a dishwasher. I wash all the dishes by hand with soap and water.
That must take a long time.
It does, but I found a solution. I listen to English podcasts while I wash the dishes. It makes the time pass quickly.
What a smart idea. You're learning English and cleaning at the same time. Our listeners should try that too.
Definitely. Okay, we talked about the living room and the kitchen. What's the next room?
Now let's talk about the most important room for rest, the bedroom.
Yes, the bedroom. This is where we sleep and recharge our energy every night.
Exactly. Then can you describe your bedroom for everyone?
Sure. My bedroom is quiet and calm. The walls are painted light blue.
Blue is such a peaceful color for a bedroom. It helps you relax.
That's why I chose it. I have a double bed in the center of the room.
A double bed is big enough for 2 people. Is it comfortable?
Very comfortable. I have a soft mattress and 2 big fluffy pillows. I sleep so well.
Pillows are so important for good sleep. I have 3 pillows on my bed.
3 pillows? That's a lot.
I like having options. What other furniture is in your bedroom?
I have a large wardrobe where I keep all my clothes.
A wardrobe. That's a tall cupboard for hanging clothes, right?
Exactly. I hang my shirts, jackets, and pants inside. I also have shelves for my sweaters.
Is your wardrobe full?
Oh yes, it's completely full. I probably have too many clothes. I need to clean it out someday.
We all say that, but it's hard to throw away clothes. Do you have any other furniture?
I have a small bedside table next to my bed with a lamp on it.
A bedside table is so useful. What do you keep on yours?
I keep my phone, a glass of water, and the book I'm currently reading.
Perfect. I have a bedside table too. The lamp is important because I don't like bright lights at night.
Me neither. I prefer soft, warm light in the bedroom. It helps me feel sleepy.
Absolutely. What about your floor? Do you have carpet or wood?
I have carpet in my bedroom. It's soft and warm, especially nice in winter when mornings are cold.
Carpet does keep your feet warm. I have wooden floors in my bedroom, but I put a soft rug next to the bed.
Smart. Wood floors can be very cold when you wake up.
They really can. That's why the rug is important.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you have a garden. Tell us more about that.
Yes, my garden is behind the house. It's not very big, but I love it. I have colorful flowers and green grass.
What do you do in your garden?
I sit outside on a chair when the weather is warm and sunny. I drink my coffee and listen to the birds singing.
That sounds absolutely beautiful. I'm a little jealous.
You have your balcony, remember? That's special too.
That's true. From my balcony, I can see the whole street below. I watch people walking, cars passing, and the city moving.
A view of the city is exciting. It's different from my quiet garden, but both are nice.
Exactly. That's the main difference between living in a house and living in an apartment. Houses often have gardens with grass and trees.
And apartments usually have balconies or terraces with a view of the city or neighborhood.
But both types of homes are good. It depends on what you prefer.
You're absolutely right. Some people love the peace and space of a house. Other people enjoy the convenience of an apartment.
The most important thing is that your home makes you feel comfortable and safe.
Exactly. Home is where you relax, where you sleep, where you eat, and where you keep all your favorite things.
It doesn't matter if your home is big or small, old or new. What matters is that it's yours.
I love that. Home is really a special place for everyone.
We've covered so many useful words today, Lena.
We really have. Our listeners learned vocabulary about rooms, furniture, and how to describe their homes.
This is such practical vocabulary. Everyone needs to talk about their home at some point.
That's true. Whether you're meeting new friends, talking to colleagues, or just practicing English, this vocabulary is essential.
And the best part is you can practice these words every day just by looking around your home.
Exactly. You can describe what you see. I'm sitting on my sofa. I'm in my kitchen. I'm looking at my lamp.
Perfect practice. Oh, look at the time. We've been talking for a while.
Time goes so fast when we're having fun.
It really does. Before we finish, let's review what we talked about today. Our listeners should remember the main points.
Great idea. Let's review everything together.
So everyone, we started by talking about the 2 main types of homes you might live in, a house or an apartment.
That's right. A house is usually a separate building. It often has a garden with grass, flowers, and maybe trees. Houses can be big or small, and they usually have more space.
And an apartment is a home inside a larger building with many other apartments. Apartments often have balconies instead of gardens, and you might use an elevator to reach your floor.
Exactly. Then we discussed the different rooms in a home. Let's review them one by one.
First, the living room. This is where we relax and spend time with family. In the living room, you usually find a comfortable sofa, a television, and a coffee table.
Some people also have armchairs, plants, rugs on the floor, and pictures on the walls. The living room should be cozy and comfortable.
Next, we talked about the kitchen. This is the room where we cook and prepare food.
In the kitchen, you'll find important appliances like a refrigerator for keeping food cold, a stove for cooking, and an oven for baking. Some kitchens also have a table and chairs for eating meals.
And finally, we talked about the bedroom. This is the most important room for sleeping and resting.
In the bedroom, you have a bed with pillows and blankets. You might also have a wardrobe for storing your clothes, a bedside table next to your bed, and a lamp for reading at night.
We also learned some very useful describing words. Remember these adjectives because you'll use them all the time.
Yes, we said cozy, which means warm and comfortable. We said noisy, which means loud with many sounds, and quiet, which means peaceful with few sounds.
We learned messy, which means disorganized or dirty, and tidy, which means clean and well organized. We also used modern for new and stylish things.
These words help you describe any room or any home. You can say, my bedroom is cozy and quiet, or my kitchen is modern but sometimes messy.
Absolutely. The more you practice using these words, the more natural they will feel.
Now, before we say goodbye, we want to hear from you. We have a question for everyone listening.
Yes, we'd love to know about your home. Please tell us in the comments. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
And which room is your favorite? Is it your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, or maybe your bathroom?
Tell us why it's your favorite. Maybe you have a very comfortable sofa, or maybe you love your garden.
Writing in the comments is excellent practice for your English. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just try your best.
We read every single comment, and we love learning about your lives and your homes.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We hope you enjoyed learning about home vocabulary.
Remember, the best way to learn is through repetition. Listen to this episode again tomorrow and then again next week.
Each time you listen, you'll understand more words and remember more vocabulary. Your brain needs to hear words many times before they become automatic.
So please, listen again and again. And while you're at home today, try describing everything you see in English.
Look around and say, I see my sofa. It's blue. I have a plant in the corner. My kitchen has a white fridge.
This simple practice will make these words part of your active vocabulary. You'll be able to use them naturally in conversations.
If you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button. It helps other English learners find our podcast.
And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Speaking English Podcast. When you subscribe, you'll get notified every time we publish a new episode.
Also, click the bell icon so you never miss our new lessons. We create helpful content for you every week.
If you want to keep practicing real conversations with us, click right here for our full playlist on How to Talk in English. It has everything you need to feel confident in your next conversation.
Share this episode with your friends who are learning English. Maybe they also want to learn how to describe their homes.
Learning together with friends makes everything more enjoyable and motivating.
And remember, we love reading your comments, so please write to us and tell us about your home. Ask us questions too. We'll answer them.
You're not alone on this English learning journey. We have an amazing community of learners from all around the world, just like you.
Everyone in our community is learning together, practicing together, and supporting each other. When you join us, you become part of this wonderful family.
You can watch our videos, leave comments, ask questions, and share your progress with other learners. It's so motivating to see everyone improving together.
So please join our Daily Speaking English podcast channel, watch our episodes regularly, and be an active member of our learning community. We'd be so happy to have you with us.
Thank you again for listening today. We hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day in your beautiful home.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, every word you learn brings you closer to fluency.
See you in the next episode, everyone. Take care.
Goodbye, and happy learning.